I'm Edie Hovermale, host for Pacific Occurrence. Today we're talking with Northwest Services Peace Program. We have two program coordinators, Isabel Griffiths, welcome.
Thank you.
And Marilyn St. Germain-Hall, welcome.
Thank you.
And right in the middle we have Kevin Casey, who's a host father. Welcome, Kevin. Can you tell me a little bit about Northwest Services?
I'd love to. It's the Northwest Services Peace Program, and it's an education and cultural exchange of students that come from another country that are hosted by American families. And the children range from the ages of 16 through 18. And this organization started in 1996, and it's a nonprofit organization.
In Pacifica, we have 13 host families. We have 2 kids at Oceana High School, 1 at Alma Heights, 1 at Skyline College, and I believe 9 at Terra Nova High School. So
that's wonderful.
Yeah.
So I got on the website and looked it up, and what stood out to me was really the goal of the program. Can I talk to the goal a little bit?
Sure. Northwest Services believes that a cultural exchange like this really promotes world peace, one step family at a time. That every successful exchange plants a seed of understanding that will help promote peace in our future as the youngsters go into business, government, and political leaders. Cultural exchange is one of the foundation corners of peaceful coexistence in the world. So by bringing a child into your home, your children learn, and the exchange student learns about different cultures. Goes back with that understanding. So, and in this way promotes world peace.
And as you've, so I know you're all host parents, because you told me that before we started the show.
Right.
Maybe Kevin can talk to this. Do you think it's reaching that goal? Can you tell me some experiences that you've had that reaches that goal of
well, I can tell you that the kids that come to the program from other countries, they typically tend to be the super achieving types of kids. They're the kind of kids that you're not going to have to watch and keep them out of trouble. They typically keep out of trouble. And what I've found with my own kids is they're great role models. These exchange students, they don't even think of not doing homework. They don't even think of doing something that might get them in trouble. They just kind of come. They're here for the experience. They're happy just to be in the house with you and enjoy all the things that America has to offer. They enjoy going to school every day. They enjoy, partaking in some sports activity or exchange or extracurricular activities at the high school. There's a big buzz in the home constantly when you have these kids in your house, because not only are your kids bringing over friends to meet them, but then they're making friends and they're bringing them over, and so usually family dinners are very interactive.
And you've had the same experiences.
Oh yes.
And and somehow it opens your life and your heart in a way that you don't really understand until it happens. It's you just become curious about things that you didn't know about before, and so do your children. So I definitely think it promotes world peace that way. It also promotes experience. My daughter, we had a child from Ecuador. My daughter plus 4 other children from Pacifica have been to Ecuador twice now.
You get a connection with the other country,
right.
and then it's truly an exchange.
Right.
Yeah, I would love to know how each of you came to get involved with the program.
We all came involved because of a very interesting man whom we've just lost in December, Orton Weisgarver, a man bigger than life. And he sought us out individually. We did not know one another, and asked us if we would do this. And I fought it. I fought it for the longest time because my children were already out of the home. And then all of a sudden he had a need, and he said, I have the perfect girl for you. And once you receive the bio, you're reading about them and their family. They have letters that they've written, their parents have written. You've got their health records. You've got everything that you need. And you're reading that, and it just warms your heart. And how can you say no? They're asking, I'm looking forward to being there. And it was a very enlightening moment for us
And Marilyn, mine was a little different than you because I didn't know Orton. They belonged to Rotary with Orton. I actually just met a boy on the beach who was a friend of my son Gabe's. He was with a friend of my son Gabe, and my whole family was there. It was one of those beautiful days in August. We were all at the beach, and this boy from Ecuador is there. And my son Wyatt was traveling in Ecuador at the time. He was spending a year there on an internship. So I started talking to the boy, and I said, wow, you know, tell me about yourself. And he told me how he had come here, and actually the family he had started out to come to had problems, so he was in a temporary family. So I said, you know, I'd be really interested in hosting you because my children had gone off to college and I just had one son and 2 extra bedrooms. So I gave him my name. And then I got the call from Orton who said, we don't need you for him, but we have this girl and this boy. And he gave me the profiles. And then I thought about it, and like you, I was really reluctant in some ways. And my husband was very reluctant. But I just kind of thought about it for a week, and I really wanted to do it, and I don't know why. And then my family voted, and they all voted yes, and they voted for the girl from Ecuador. So that's how we got involved.
Yeah.
Very good. How did you get involved, Kevin?
I, too, was asked by Orton. At the time, he said, can you watch this one kid I've got coming in for 2 weeks because the parents that they're going to be, he's supposed to be staying with her on vacation. I came to learn that was Orton's little trick. He realized that these kids are like puppies. You know, once you bring them into your house, you know, you can't let go of them. So
you get a relationship, and
you got that relationship, and it was really funny because he tried the same line the second time, and this time I just kind of smiled and said, "Yeah, sure." And
then the third time, he sent me to talk to his wife
to make sure.
Yeah, he said, "Listen, she's a great host mother, but she's a little reluctant. Could you go talk to her?"
That's great. So I know you wanted to dedicate this show to him.
Yes.
So I wanted to make sure that got out and that it's dedicated to him today. Who is helping fill his shoes to get people involved?
Right now in Pacifica, it's just the 2 of us.
So you two are
We're the 2
sharing
coordinators
this?
for Pacifica.
Okay.
And I inherited pretty much the kids. So I have 10 kids that I am the coordinator for, that I watch over during the year, meet with once a month, and we do a lot of activities. We went to we went on a ski trip. I took 9 kids on a ski trip. I took 11 to LA for 5 days during Christmas break, and we're planning a trip to Hawaii. So we act as roles to fill in for the families, give them a break, add a little something.
I see. Okay.
But some families don't want a break. Some of them really want them to experience Christmas with them, Thanksgiving, because they don't know what Thanksgiving is.
Oh, they all want that.
They all want that experience, and many of them have written about it also. And it's special. It's very special. And everyone's Christmas is different, and some of them don't have a Christmas. So it's very special.
Oh, great.